This story is wild and ever-changing. The first report was that around 10 or so illegal immigrants escaped an ICE facility as far-left extremists rioted to stop law enforcement from being able to capture these people. The story's now been updated to say 4 migrants are unaccounted for, and the reason why is they don't know that they escaped. They just don't know where they went, which kind of implies they're not there anymore. From the New York Post. At least 4 migrants unaccounted for after riot breaks out at New Jersey ICE detention center. They say it's in Newark, New Jersey. Detainees took control of parts of the facility, according to reports. Multiple migrant detainees are unaccounted for and possibly escaped from the Delaney Hall detention facility after as many as 50 staged a revolt and pushed down a wall of a dormitory room inside of the center. Push down a wall. You see, this is not secure enough. The detainees were supposedly sent into a rage by their dissatisfaction over the quality and timeliness of the meals, the local outlet reported. Some detainees allegedly fashioned a rope out of a bedsheet, which they used to descend from the third-floor dormitory, according to sources and a lawyer for a migrant detained at Delaney Hall who spoke to the New Jersey publication. Here you go. A riot broke out outside. A manhunt is underway for the detainees who remain unaccounted for. So they escaped. Come on. It's so dumb. They escaped. Or they're unaccounted for. They didn't escape. This is the manhunt for them. Sure. Several police agencies responded to emergency calls at the GEO Group-operated facility, which opened in May after the private prison company linked to a $9 million deal with the Trump administration. And? Earlier Thursday, 36 people held a protest outside of Delaney Hall, which has been a focus in the political debate over ICE detainments. Rep. LaMonica McIver was charged with assaulting an officer. She was further indicted by a grand jury, by the way. Now, we have this clip from Nick Sorter. 9 illegals detained by ICE have escaped the Newark facility after a riot. Take a look at this video here from freedomnews.tv. Okay, I don't understand why they're tolerating any of this. You got these wackaloons blocking the federal cars. Lock them up. There you go, baton. Oh, crap.
Get back. Get back. Get back. Get back. Get back. Oh, fuck no. Get back.
Yeah, I'm going to say these cops are very restrained. He cracks the retractable baton and then just pushes the guy. Okay, because if you don't need to strike him, you don't need to strike him. If a push works, you push him. These cops are being very restrained. ERO.
Catch your own fucking car! No, dumb as fuck crashing your own car, bro! Dumb as fuck! Get back! What are you doing? Get that out of here! What are you doing? You're not supposed to be doing that! Come on! Put that away!
What are they chanting?
Put that away! Come on, man! Look at the skin! Get the fuck out of here!
Quit your job, they're saying. That's not going to happen. These guys are probably getting like 150. I ain't quitting my job because some wackaloon lefty is screaming that there shouldn't be laws.
Sneak attack, bro. Sneak attack so smart.
Okay, I'm just going to say this. At this point, guys, close the gate and leave. What are you doing?
Hey, turn the shit off. Fuck ICE. Fuck ICE. Deporting innocent immigrants. How can you
Deporting innocent immigrants.
They're innocent. Everyone immigrating here to this country. Thank you. It is not your right to deport. You didn't know. Are you the boss? Fuck you. Come on. Fuck you. You're on the wrong side of history. You coward.
You're on the wrong side of history. You know, I brought this point up before. You see how they say that all the time? It's because that's their motivation. You know, what was it? I watched Andor. You guys watching that show? It's not that good. I don't know. It's okay. I do like some of the stuff they do, but there's a couple scenes that are worth mentioning. There's a scene where they take over. It's Star Wars, an Empire facility, and the guy says, "You're going to kill us anyway," and the rebels go, "Because that's what you do, right?" That's a great point to be made. When they're chanting, you're on the wrong side of history, they're telling on themselves. A guy working his job, closing a gate, doesn't know what you're talking about, doesn't care. But you can see the people protesting are concerned about whether or not they will be viewed favorably by history. They won't be. Communists never are. To be fair, there's also another great bit, which is basically the apex of the second season, which I'm not going to get into too much details, but it's actually pretty interesting. The Empire stages a false flag attack to justify military occupation. And I like that. It shows the spoiler alert. I'm going to say it anyway. I don't know if you guys have seen the latest season. I'm watching it now. Well, I was watching because I was sick yesterday. I got a sinus infection. I'm mostly fine now. I feel pretty good. But I was like just sitting there in bed watching Andor. And basically, they instigate far left protests essentially to justify military action. It's pretty interesting stuff. Now, I don't know that we actually have to instigate because we spend all day begging Antifa to stop doing this. Antifa anarchist blog post claim of responsibility for torching NYPD vehicles in Brooklyn. The cars were just waiting there, practically begging for a new makeover. I got to be honest. I wonder how much of this actually is police doing it to themselves. And I don't mean like regular beat cops. I mean the U.S. saying we want authority, so we're going to inflame or instigate. Now, there's going to be a lot of people saying, that's ridiculous, Tim. The police would never do that. The FBI does it all the time. The FBI gives weapons to people and then goes, hey, look, he's got a weapon, and arrests them, okay? I would not be surprised to find that many of the riots are, let's say that the tinder is set by the government because they want the riots so they can justify expansion of use of force. The point being, these leftists should stop being violent rioters. Stop going out and rioting. But, they love it. To be fair, I actually know a lot of these people from Occupy Wall Street. They are psychopaths. So I don't think that these people are cops. I think they're nuts. Multiple NYPD cars were set on fire in the early morning hours of June 12th. The cars were just waiting there, practically begging for a new makeover, the blog post reads. Tips on replicating this can be found on most counter-info sites or just common knowledge. This was easy and so fun. Apologies to the community for the smell and the noise, and F you and haha to that pig, yeah, you know who you are. There are many reasons for doing this, but for the sake of time, it can be boiled down to 4. Solidarity with the uprising in LA, where community rebels are fighting KKK, that's what it says, pig forces, from one cop city to another, death to the pigs in the surveillance state. Revenge for the NYPD's continuous physical and sexual harassment. Sexual. These people are nuts. There's like fat women in the crowd going, that cop is ogling me. He's harassing me with his eyes. Like, no cop is trying to grope you. Get out. It's so stupid. There was one incident where a cop was grabbing a woman and then he put his hand in her chest, probably inadvertently as he was trying to detain her. And she was like, he's grabbed my breast. It's like, shut up. These people are lunatics. 3, something to show that repression breeds resistance. And 4, demonstrating that solidarity with oh my God, the Israel people. Oh, these people are psychotic. It had to be Israel-Palestine, didn't it? Anyway, according to Gothamist, 8 NYPD vehicles parked at the corner of Central and DeKalb Avenues in Bushwick, oh, I know where that is. I live not too far from there, were set ablaze in a suspected arson. The NYPD in the city of the FDNY responded quickly, extinguishing the fires. No arrests were made immediately, and the NYPD is looking for into the incident as an intentional act. Video evidence circulating on social media showed fire trucks at the scene and the vehicles engulfed in flames, and they're not going to figure out who did it. 3 Antifa militants arrested for attempting to set fire to Portland ICE facility and assaulting police. These people are so incredibly stupid. They identify themselves on social media because they are developmentally disabled. Okay? This guy takes a selfie of himself while holding up a phone with an anti-fascist action communist sticker. It is communist, by the way. It's like, dude, they're going to identify you very easily. These people are just not very smart. You know what I thought about it? And I'm just thinking, like, how come criminals commit crimes? It's not hard to make money. If they were smart enough to make money, they wouldn't commit crimes. If these people were smart enough to understand the nuances of politics, political reality, and how to actually win political power and change the world, they wouldn't be firebombing ICE facilities. That's why they get arrested. Then when you see they do really dumb things that they get identified by, like posting selfies, you're like, how could someone be so stupid? Oh, that's right. If they were smart, they wouldn't try and firebomb an ICE facility. But they're not smart. So this is what you get. You get what you get. This is what we're going to continue dealing with until we get some government with balls to start making these arrests. Now, to be fair, these people got arrested. I get it. But I'm saying at these detention centers where these migrants are escaping, start locking people up, man. Just lock them up. That senator, charge him with obstructing an official proceeding. Let's go. I'm going to wrap it up there. Smash the like button. Share the show with everyone, you know. Just follow me on X and Instagram at Timcast. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you all. We'll see you all tonight. Timcast IRL, 8 p.m.